All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Pemburu Vampir. Menu reminds me of Gundam Battle Assault, the first Battle Assault game, or Hokuto no Ken. Which one? The PS1 Hokuto no Ken? Yeah, so I'm still in the mood of PlayStation 1 games, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to play Hello, Orochi Jr. 90s album. Welcome. So, like I said, I'm still in the mood of playing PlayStation 1 games, so tonight I'm going to play a beat-em up game for the PS1. It's probably one of my favorite games, one of my favorite beat-em up games ever. There's a little spoiler there for the top 20 beat-em up games. One of my favorite beat-em up games ever, and it's a game that I grew up playing in my childhood when I used to own the PlayStation 1. I still come back to this game though. It's a really solid beat 'em up game, a mecha beat 'em up game. So this is Fighter Dendoh. It's based of an anime of the same name, Fighter Dendoh. Now, the creator of this anime are the same creators as Cowboy Bebop. I mean, this anime was produced by Sunrise Studio, who is known to make Gundam anime, right? So it's from the same creators as Gundam. It's from the same creators as Cowboy Bebop as well. The same studio that gave two of my favorite anime series ever, City Hunter and Inuyasha. So, in terms of the game, this game was developed by Natsume and published by Bandai. Natsume, for their most popular games are, the Harvest Moon series, but they also produce good action games, good beam-up games, such as the Ninja Warriors, which I covered last year on this channel, if you remember. The Ninja Warriors on the SNES. They also developed the remake, or the re-remake, the Ninja Saviors, Return of the Warriors. So yeah, I'm still in the mood of a lot of good PlayStation 1 games lately. Last time we did Inuyasha, actually, before Inuyasha, there was Kamen Rider Agito, but I decided to remove that because for some reason, the stream got cut off. When I play the stream again, it starts in the middle of the stream. So half of that stream was cut off for whatever reason. And not to mention, the audio was not good, as in like the background audio of that stream was a bit too loud, to the point where my voice wasn't even clear to be heard. So yeah, just want to have a quick gameplay for tonight. This game is relatively short. You can beat it in around 2 hours. But it's a worth solid 2 hours of beat 'em up action, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Oh, what's going on?
Hokuto and Ginga, 2人の少年は運悪くガルファ基準に
Oh yeah, speaking of Gundam Battle Assault, Pemburu Vampir, this game was developed by the same team that did Gundam Battle Assault as well.
逃げ場はない。行き止まりだ。もうダメだよ、銀河君。俺は踏み潰されて。
Yeah, these are our protagonists, Hokuto and Ginga. Hokuto is the boy wearing blue, and Ginga is the boy wearing red.
その時、大地を揺るがし、現れたものは巨大ロボット。 ロボットは少年たちをコクピットに乗り込ませたのだった。
なんだってんだよ。
Yes, North Galaxy. Hokuto means I think Hokuto means North Star, right? So Northern Star Galaxy. Yes.
僕たち捕まっちゃった。
そこの子供たち。
誰？僕たちが見えてるの？
ええ、私はベガ。敵じゃないわ。安心して。
And this chick is Vega. She kind of looks like Vega from Street Fighter, with the hair and the mask.
今あなたたちがいるのはギアファイター電動のコクピットなの。
電動？コクピット？
Yeah, the robot name is Dendoh.
あなたたちが驚いているのはもっともね。でも電動に選ばれたからにはあなたたちにやってもらわなくちゃ。
Female Vega. But you know, in Japan, Vega is called Balrog.
詳しいことは後で話すから、とりあえず戦ってちょうだい。
とりあえずって言われても、敵は目の前だ。畜生、やるっきゃなさそうだぜ。
行くぜ。Yeah, they swapped names in Street Fighter for the English translation, for the Western release. Ah, this music is so good. It's composed by Iwatsuki Hiroyuki, the same composer of Ninja Warriors for the SNES. Wow. Yeah, you can grab an object and smack them. Yeah, so it's the typical beat-em-up style gameplay. Square is attack and X is jump. It can dash. It can do a special attack like in a fighting game. So down forward square. So I say that's front down forward square. But if down forward square. Wait, I want to do the lightning. How do I do like? Ah, there you go. If you hold square, you'll do the gear attack. Like this. He does Dudley's corkscrew punch. Ah, there you go. So you have to jump down forward square. What's up, boss?
なんだこのでっけえのは。どうすんだよ北斗。そんなこと僕に聞かれたってわかんないだろ。でもこのままじゃ街がめちゃくちゃになっちゃうし。ああ、もう戦うしかないじゃん。
You can grab enemies and throw them away. Flying enemies by pressing up and square. Up. Oh, damn. I hate it when enemies hide behind the screens. The gear attack when you hold square is also a defense mechanism. Horror theme beat 'em up, hello Brandon. Well, the closest thing to a horror theme beat 'em up would be Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks or Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Well, we do kinda have a horror theme fighting game, Darkstalkers. More gore themed than horror themed. Oh yeah, Splatterhouse. But I don't really like that game. Boss fight. Like this tornado uppercut that Dendoh do. Wait, let's do that again. That wasn't so hard. Yeah, Aries.
Oh, 助かったぜ。交換作業に入るから防御体制に入って。ありがとう。なんかすごいな。どうしたんだよ北斗。嬉しくねえのかよ。ん？え？敵の援軍。この反応はまさか。もう一つのギア、ナイトオーガ。
Yeah, so every time you defeated a boss in a stage, you go to this one-on-one fight, a 3D fighting game against Gear Knight Ogre.
子供がパイロットとはまあどちらでもいいことだ。
Yes, Knight Ogre.
片付けることに違いはないのだからな。
So our character is called Gear Fighter Dendoh, and this guy and the black one is called Gear Knight Ogre.
敵だよね。腕に何かつけてる。 なんだっていいさ。倒しゃいいんだろ、倒しゃ。
I thought this was a different game. Yeah, it turns into a different game during the one-on-one fight against Ogre. I like that move. This move. The electric swords. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger. The music screams Gao Ranger and Hurricaneger. I do believe it's the same composer who does the music for the Super Sentai games on PS1, Iwatsuki Hiroyuki. Finish. Okay, so every time you defeated Ogre. Okay, as I said, after you defeat Ogre, you'll unlock a gear machine. So gear machines can be used as a super attack during the beat 'em up session, and it's used as a weapon during your one-on-one fight session with Ogre. It is using the same engine. Yeah, we got Unicorn here. Yeah, file save. The game machines are basically like Digimons. Save. Hi.
Yokoso, 地球防衛組織ギアの本部司令室へ。ここはあなたたちが戦った敵ガルファに対抗するために作られた組織なの。そしてこれから君たちの戦いの拠点になる場所よ。
これからってまた戦わなきゃなんねえのかよ。
Ginga suit reminds me of the Zaft suit, like the Zaft cockpit suit from Gundam Seed. Same goes with Hokuto with this Astro suit or cockpit suit, whatever it is you like to call it. It kind of reminds me of Gundam Seed a lot.
闘中に電動の状態を知らせてくれたり、電動のエネルギーがなくな
I guess reminds me of Gundam Seed pilot suit. I never watched Gundam Seed. I'm surprised you never watched Gundam Seed. Not that I'm too invested with Gundam Seed. I would have thought you, considering so many Gunplas you made, you would watch Gundam Seed.
はい。あなたたち、ちゃんと聞くのよ。
なんで
Oh no, Gunplas made. Gunplas you build.
ナイトオーガに勝った時、ギアコマンダーにユニコーンのマークがついたよね。それは電動の武器になるデータウェポンというものなの。データウェポンは全部で7つ存在するわ。7つ揃えて初めてガルファを倒すことができるの。残りのデータウェポンを探すのがこれからの仕事になるわ。それから聞いて驚きなさい。データウェポンを持っていればすっごく強力な技が使えるようになるのよ。でも技を出すごとにバックアップ電池を1本使っちゃうんだけどね。
そんなにすごい技出すの難しいんじ
I
ゃない
built
かな。
Gunplas because I like the design no matter how bad the pilot is.
そんなにすげえんだ
Understandable.
なあ北斗、俺たちでもやれっかもしんねえぜ。
I mean, Gunplas are about the Gundams, not the pilots. Or the mobile suits.
じゃあ早速だ
Because not all mobile suits are
他のデータウェポン
Gundam.
の捜索に向かってちょうだい。
え、もう
今見つかっているデータウェポンの反応がある場所はここよ。
Alright, you select the stage. But I just want to do it in order. Stage 2. God, I love Iwatsuki Hiroyuki's music. They're very, very nostalgic. Ow. I know, it's a thing with a lot of mecha animes, Brandon. They really love using child soldiers. And not to mention, this is, the anime for Fighter Dendoh is from Sunrise. So it's basically the same creator as Gundam. Yeah. The army always rely on children to save the Earth. Either directly or indirectly. I do believe in the anime, apparently Dendoh is only compatible to 2 children, Hokuto and Ginga. Like none of the... So the good guy army is called Gear. None of the Gear members are compatible to ride this robot. So Ginga and Hokuto were compatible by accident to ride Dendoh. 2 5th graders, I do believe. Ow. That's embarrassing. You sure there's something in these boxes? Is he? Evangelion, yes. But at the very least, the protagonist for Gear Fighter Dendoh is not as annoying or naive as Shinji. And at least the commander of the army is not as dipshit as Gendo in Evangelion. Exactly, they need to make it relatable to youngsters. That's the thing with a lot of shonen anime. It's called shonen for a reason. Man, it's been a while since I played this game. You can tell from my gameplay. Now, gotta be more careful. Alright, got a laser. I got a laser. Like I said, one annoying trope of beat 'em up games. Enemies love to hide behind the screen. When 8-year-olds are better at the when 8-year-olds are better than the age of an average shonen heroes, there's something strange.
Okay. こっちはいつでもいいぜ。来るよ、銀河。
Yeah, it's the typical, like, in terms of the plot, it's the typical shonen anime plot. Oh yeah, the fate of the earth lies in these two 5th graders. Right, boss fight. Alright, let's use our gear machine. The unicorn.
Fire Lord! Unicorn Drill!
Unicorn Drill. Oh yeah, Gear Fighter Dendoh has a really good opening song sang by Kageyama Hironobu. Yeah, Kageyama Hironobu sing the opening song for this anime. Yep, Kageyama the legend. That drained my HP a lot.
お願い、無理をしないで。バックアップ電池マックス。
Right, time to fight Ogre.
気を抜かないで。
確かデータウェポンの反応はこの辺りだったはずだけど。
悪いが一足先に私が手に入れた。
He's basically Darth Vader of the show.
前回のようにはいかぬぞ。
オーガ、またあいつだ。
Right, weapon select. Unicorn drill.
Unicorn Drive Install!
Yeah, he can perform a finisher or like a super attack. But let's wait until he's dead to perform the super attack. Like until his health is really, really in minimum. Alright, let's do this. Let's use our super attack. Which one? Let's use this one. Final attack! Well, it's called a final attack for a reason. Hey, Stick, welcome! Got some classic beat 'em up game on the PS1 here. A Japanese exclusive. One of my favorite games growing up. Yeah, we got the Leo Circle. It's basically a Leo chainsaw. This looks fun. I'll get it on Duck Station. Yes, the best PS1 emulator, Duck Station. Listening to Dynasty Warriors 2 Battle Grunts last evening let me realize how insane some actors went despite the awful direction. Yeah. No joke, this character's name is Vega. I dare you to stream Dragon Ball Final Bout? No, thank you. I don't want to fall asleep on stream. And I didn't know who was who apart from Simai because I didn't care enough to play it. Yeah, I don't really care enough to go back to Dynasty Wars 2. Vega with Booba. Yeah. And she's voiced by Usagi from Sailor Moon. Vega's voice actress. I mentioned this as well, Brandon, in the beginning. The main heroes, the two kids that are piloting Dendoh, their names are Hokuto and Ginga, which means Northern Galaxy or Northern Star Galaxy. Did this have a show or just a game? It has a show. It has an anime show that ran for 38 episodes with the same name. 38 episodes, by the way. Gear Fighter Dendoh, the same, yeah. I think you can find it on YouTube for free. Someone uploaded the entire episode for free. I think it's because it's not as popular as like Gundam or whatnot. So yeah, people just upload it and I guess Sunrise don't give a fuck. Oh, in Dianwei, I know because I suffered with him first. Alright, scene 3 or stage 3. How protagonists do you want the names? Yes. Yeah, Stick, if you have played classic beat-em-up games, are you familiar with the game called The Ninja Warriors for the SNES? Yeah, so this game was developed by the same team that did Ninja Warriors, Natsume. And even the same music composer, Iwatsuki Hiroyuki. So here's an interesting fact as well about Gear Fighter Dendoh. So the enemy is Gafla Empire, right? I think it's called the Gafla Empire. And the leader of the Gafla Empire is an AI. And guess who voiced the Gafla Emperor, or the leader of the Gafla Empire? The leader of the villain's leader is voiced by Hayami Sho Aizen. I'm a low-key fan of F-Zero Falcon Densetsu. Is that the F-Zero anime? I'm not too familiar with F-Zeros. I played only the games. Like the most F-Zero game I played back in the day was F-Zero X. And now you're knowledgeable. Your knowledge far beyond mine. I'm just not really, honestly. I'm just a random. I'm just a regular guy who likes video games. At the end of the day, I know some, but not all. Yeah, the F-Zero anime. Unfortunately, I've never watched that show because we never had F-Zero anime back in the day. It's unfortunate. But looking at the art style, I've seen clips of F-Zero anime. Looking at the art style gives me 2000s nostalgia. Like, it gives me nostalgia. Even though I've never watched the anime, it gives me nostalgia during my grade school years and junior high school years. Hello, Hedgehog. Welcome. The one with the badass insert songs. Hello, Dimitri. It's on YouTube. Nice. Might check it out. Yes, my first F-Zero game is F-Zero. Not my first, sorry. The first F-Zero game is the SNES F-Zero, but the one F-Zero game that I played the most was F-Zero X. I just heard you saying F-Zero X. It was the first F-Zero game I played. I'd like to possibly play 2 players with via Nintendo Switch Online. I would love to as well, but unfortunately Nintendo Switch Online here sucks. Like, real bad. I can't even play Nintendo Switch Online with my sister. And we're in the same home. That's how bad it is here. Hey, Jomo, yes, like I promised earlier this year, I would love to play a mecha game. And here's a mecha game from a mecha anime, Fighter Dendoh. Nice Discord server, thanks. I thank Mura for bringing up with that name. So here's the thing about the Discord server is that at first I just want to call it Profar's Discord server, and then when me and Mura were in the voice chat, and then he said this to me: "That's such a boring name for your server. How about Mokori?" And then they said, "Okay, I got the brilliant idea. How about I name my Discord server out of Mega Man X and City Hunter?" So there's your server name right there, Profar Mokori Hunter X. Hey, Graham, welcome. That looking good? Yeah, this is a really good beat 'em up game. I better lower my voice right now. I don't want to disturb the family here. Right, we can never play this one. Hello, Meesback. Rip any potential female member. No, we have female members in the server. I'm not that perverted. I have standards. What up, Juomaru? A really good game, by the way, Meesback. Fighter Dendoh. Developed by Natsume, the same developers as Ninja Warriors and Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors. Even have the same music composer, Iwatsuki Hiroyuki. By the way, they also developed the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger games, both the original and the movie for the SNES. And they also made, a lot of Gundam games, like Gundam Battle Assault. Yeah. I got a laser. Well, it's not really a laser. It's like a plasma beam. Or a plasma gun. I don't know what it is. It shoots late. It shoots. I'm not that perverted, then you are perverted. Well, only a little. Definitely below average. Okay, Dimitri. It's nice for you to see me here anyway, so you take care, buddy. Plasma looking gun. Yes, I'm aware of that. Fighter Dendoh was in Super Robot Wars. I mean, there's so many Super Robot Wars. But yeah, Gundam Battle Assault is a really good game, Stick. Gundam Battle Assault 2 is my favorite. I've covered Gundam Battle Assault in this channel before, an underrated fighting game showcase. You can check it out after you're done watching the stream. I covered a lot of underrated fighting games. Well, 6 episodes of underrated fighting game showcase. Yeah, exactly. They made Gundam Wing Endless Duel as well. And also Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition. 2 good games, by the way. Both of them are fantastic games, in my opinion. They made Shadow of the Ninja for the NES, which is a cool co-op game. Wait, hold on. Right, sorry about that, guys. I must play this game one day. Looks awesome. Love 90s and early 2000s mecha anime games. Yeah, this came out in 2001 for the PS1. Yeah. For those of you who just joined the stream, these 2 protagonists are named Hokuto and Ginga. Hokuto is the blue one, which means North Star, and the red one is Ginga, which means Galaxy. So it's more or less means Northern Galaxy. Ever played Gotcha Force in GameCube? No, unfortunately, I haven't. I never owned a GameCube back in the day. But I get to experience a lot of GameCube games via Dolphin Emulator. Ow. Right, time to use a gear machine. Let's use the Leo. Hey, Chef Sanji, welcome. Sanji. Silly me. One of their earliest games for Famicom was Idol Hakenden, which was a VN adventure game. That's an interesting concept for a Famicom game. I know VN is in a visual novel, right? BD-Spec. I know a lot of visual novels in game form, but I've never seen one for the Famicom or NES. Lunch break? That sounds nice. Thoughts on Fighting Force? The first Fighting Force game, I kind of like it, you know, despite its flaws. I do actually enjoy Fighting Force back in the day. And maybe I kind of will enjoy it again if I revisit Fighting Force. But Fighting Force 1, in my opinion, despite its flaws, it has some enjoyable moments in that game. It's not the greatest beat 'em up game, or it's not the greatest game in general. I know controls there are clunky, but I do have a soft spot for Fighting Force because I used to play that a lot when I was like 10 back in the day. So it does have its fair share of memories with Fighting Force, though I say Fighting Force is one of the hardest game I played, and not for the right reasons. It's like because the controls in that game are clunky, and some enemies can be absolutely cheap and take advantage of the clunky controls of that game. I constantly get beat up in that game. Now, here's a fun fact, or here's a fun history about Fighting Force. Originally, that was meant to be Streets of Rage 4. So Sega wanted to make Streets of Rage 4 for the 5th generation console, the PS1 and the Sega Saturn especially, and they wanted to make it 3D. So they worked together with an American company. Again, my memories are kind of screwed. That's from what I've heard. It's originally meant to be Streets of Rage 4, but I don't remember if Sega wanted to work together with Eidos. I think it was Eidos who developed Fighting Force. But basically, Fighting Force was meant to be Streets of Rage 4 until Sega decided to scrap that idea, and Fighting Force became its own thing. Now, the game has nothing to do with Sega, but originally the game was meant to be Streets of Rage 4. That's why some of the characters in that game resembles Streets of Rage a lot. Like the main character, the main dude in that game resembles Axel, and one of the chick in that game, or one of the girls in that game resembles Blaze, and you have this big guy who resembles Max from Streets of Rage 2, until we get Streets of Rage 4 23 years later in 2020. But yeah, that's what I think about Fighting Force. It's not the best game I've played, not even like a good game in that regard, but I have some good memories with that game. I somewhat enjoy that game. Now, Fighting Force 2, on the other hand, that game, I just don't want to play that game anymore. Sometimes that whenever I revisit, or like back in the day when I decided to, not long ago, I decided to come back to Fighting Force 1 and 2, and the controls were so clunky for an action beat-em-up game. I keep calling that game Fighting Farce. I like the first one as well. I was a kid then. People really hated though. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I was a kid playing, here's the thing about being a kid playing video games. You don't really think a lot. You don't really think about quality. You don't really think about mechanics. If you find a game that's enjoyable as a kid, it will stuck forever with you. Now, some of them at least. A lot of games that I play as a kid that I wouldn't say it's the most amazing kind of games, or like it's fairly enjoyable, but it stuck with me even after as an adult. Like, for example, I mentioned Inuyasha, a Feudal Fairy Tale. I objectively, that game is not the most complex or not the most in-depth fighting game, but I have a soft spot for that game because it's the game that I grew up with, and there are a lot of good aspects in that game that keeps me coming back. Outside the fact that Inuyasha is my favorite anime, the sprite works are really good, the music is really good. Combat-wise, again, it's not the most in-depth, but it has potential to be in-depth or to be good if Dims had more time and budget for that game. And there are a lot of other things I could mention about Inuyasha Feudal Fighters that I keep coming back to, even though it's not objectively the most amazing game ever made. Same goes with Fighting Force. When I played that as an adult, yes, this game is clunky. Yes, this game has flaws, insane flaws, if I might say. However, because of the memories I have playing that game as a kid, it sticks with me as an adult. Okay, I like the first one as well. I was a kid then. Okay, I've done the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation version of Fighting Force, but sadly not the PC version. You just took my words, Hedgehog. I didn't even know there was a PC version. Dragon Warrior started a way to simplify D&D experience into adventure RPG. Now look where it is. They dodged a bullet not making it Streets of Rage. I'm gonna share that fun fact. Which one is that? Fighting Force was meant to be Streets of Rage 4? Oh, I didn't know Natsume made Full Metal Alchemist Dual Symphony on DS. I had that game. Yeah, Natsume had a lot of good games and good music as well. Yeah, when you're young, you confuse bad games with being good games at the time.
なんだろう静かすぎる
Hell, I played a lot of Mortal Kombat 4 back in the day. Looking at it now, it's...
好きだらけだな。
I can say objectively that's probably one of the worst Mortal Kombat games to exist. But I keep coming back because, again, I played that as a kid. And two, it's probably the goofiest Mortal Kombat. I can't help but laugh every time I play Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat 4's voice acting is peak voice acting. Don't at me.
うわあびっくりすんじゃねえか
When we were talking about tactical games, I forgot to mention a game called Other Side.
相変わらず
Wait, talk too much. Let's kick Ogre's ass. MK4 is so silly. Yeah, and I love it. I love MK4 for being silly. Now we're gonna use the law. Sorry, not the law. The Leo. Saw.
レオドライブインストール
Or Leo Circle. Leo Drive. Install. God, I love my English. Throw the heads. Yeah. Ah, he has the snake whip. Oh, Tatsumaki Kisamukigaku? Damn. Okay, time to use the final attack. Come here. Let's see. Let's use number 1.
レオサークルファイナルアタック
Leo Circle. Final attack. Man, this game is so tokusatsu and I love it. Hey, hua.
くそなぜ勝てぬ
Yeah, that Melina ending when she throws the size at Kidara. Hey, hoo! I think that's what she's saying. Hey, cool. Natsume co-developed Kirby Squeak Squad with...
ファイルセー
Now I squeaked. Sorry, I squeaked when I said Squeak Squad. Kirby's Squeak Squad with Flagship and Hal. I'm not a Gundam fan, but I did like G Gundam. Is there any G Gundam games? On the Super Nintendo.
なるほど
And it
文字
sucked.
みたいに遠くを
Sorry.
攻撃できるんだ
If you want to play a good Gundam game, especially fighting games, for fighting games, I suggest Gundam Wing Endless Duel on the SNES and Gundam Battle Assault 2 on the PS1. I recommend Gundam Battle Assault 2 more because you have G Gundam characters in that game. I covered that game in this channel, by the way. And for action games, I recommend the Dynasty Warriors Gundam series, Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn, especially because that's the all-star Gundam game. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that, Stick. These two, well, they're not brothers, they're school friends, but yeah, exactly. They kind of reminds me of Mega Man and Proto Man, especially with their color palettes. Hokuto being Mega Man and Ginga being Proto Man. I mean, Hokuto's design
おかえりな
is
さい
kind of like Mega Man, especially with his hairstyle. You've seen Mega Man without the Hamlet, right?
敵に関する新しい研究結果が出てるわ
Oh yeah, I always forgot most of the anime we got in the States back then are a lot older.
ある順番で技を繰り出していくとオーガにどんなにエネルギーが残ってても戦闘不能にすることができるのそれをプログラミングアタックと呼ぶことにするわプログラムの順番は私にもわからない
Mega Man Legends. Now that's in the game I haven't played for a while.
プログラムね
When it comes to Mega Man, my go-to game is always the Mega Man X series.
こんなプログラムも考えられるわね
Yeah, yeah, the Battle Network anime. It's you can actually watch the anime for free on Capcom's YouTube official. On Capcom's official YouTube channel.
でも途中でガードされたり攻撃を受けてしまうとプログラムは消えてしまうから。
電池がない時でも
Yeah, Dragon Ball
プロ
Z.
グラミングアタックでなんとかなるんじゃないかな。
反応がある場所が増
I
えて
don't
も
know if it's the only one, but as far as I'm concerned, Dragon Ball Z is the only anime I know with like gajillion English dubs.
順番によっては戦いが楽になるかもしれないわね。
Right, stage 4. We unlock the Snake Whip. Gravity Circuit? Might check that out. This is probably my favorite song in the entire game. Tornado uppercut. Alright, let me focus this first, then I'll read the chat. Speaking of goofy voice acting, I love my video games with goofy voice actings, not just Mortal Kombat 4. House of the Dead 2 is one of my favorite House of the Dead games. I know that's a lot of people's favorite, but there's a reason why House of the Dead 2 is a cult classic. The voice acting. Your robot is now Joe Higashi. And a bit of Dudley, because he can do that corkscrew spin or corkscrew punch. The typing of the dead. It's on Steam, by the way, Typing of the Dead Overkill. Flame shot. Kapow! Man, talking about retro games, PS1, Super Nintendo, you can tell what generation I came from. Whenever people say, oh my god, Profar, you're old. Nah, I'm not old. Just experience. Battle Network is a good game, but it's not something I'm too interested with. In terms of the game, of course. I used to own Mega Man Battle Network manga. Well, considering they translated from the Japanese version, they call the manga and the anime were called Rockman.exe. Is the Mega Man cartoon, because you mentioned that, Meaty Spag, is the Mega Man cartoon really that ass? I'd say I watched a couple of episodes of Mega Man cartoon. I don't think it's as bad as some people say. For what it is, I kind of enjoyed it. Now, I know this is not a good standard to compare Mega Man, but at the very least, okay? It's a lot better than Street Fighter, the cartoon, and Darkstalkers. Sorry. I can't believe the Darkstalkers cartoon, man. Like, how in the world do you make Morrigan unattractive? Morrigan in the Darkstalkers cartoon is an absolute boner killer. Nice, just stupid and enjoy. And it has a catchy theme song, by the way. Super Fighting Robot, Mega Man. Exactly. He's not fighting robot Mega Man. He's a super fighting robot Mega Man. Street Fighter the cartoon. Now that's another acid trip. We got amazing memes from Street Fighter the cartoon, which, by the way, I'm quite astonished how goofy the dub is in Street Fighter the cartoon, like the English dub. They have the Ocean group dubbing the cartoon. Like, you got Scott McNeil voicing Ken and Blanca, yet I don't know what was the direction for Scott McNeil in Street Fighter cartoon, but it sounds like he's always high in that show. Like, listen to Ken's dialogue in Street Fighter cartoon. He always sounds like he's high. So did the voice director of that show told Scott McNeil, "Hey Scott, before you start the recording, get drunk or get high or something, because we need Ken to be high." All right, I'll read the comment a little later. Need to focus first. So much good comment, so much good discussion right now in the comment section or the live chat. Yeah, I'm a Saturday morning cartoon guy. Well, back then I watched Cartoon Network almost every day. Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. But most of the cartoons in our local TV came out on Sundays. Cartoons and anime. Love the Street Fighter V show. Don't care what anybody says. At the very least, Sanji, Street Fighter V is a lot better than Street Fighter cartoon. Best chat ever? Thank you. This boss. I mean, I grew up watching cartoons, not just American cartoons. I grew up watching anime as well, and also tokusatsus. Like I told you, I'm fully equipped. I got them all. Right, let's use the Viper, not the Snake. Viper Whip. Fighter Dendoh, Viper Whip. Great electric bolts. But my favorite show in Nickelodeon is not a cartoon show. Still, to this date, my favorite show in Nickelodeon is Kenan and Kel.
プ電池マックス。二人とも気を抜かないで。
Most of the cartoons and anime that stick with me are those that came out in the early 2000s and even early 2010s.
待っていたぞ、小僧ども。
なんでいつも先回りされちゃうの？
いいってことよ。要はあいつに勝って奪っちまえばいいんだから。
Yeah, I'll go back to that, Blue. There are so many messages right now that I lost track. The Viper Whip. I like this attack, this black hole thing. Oh, damn. Gotta clock back. Y'all have a good time. All right. Thanks for joining us, Sanji. You have a good day at work. As I beat Ogre's ass right now. Damn you. Zip. Alright, time to finish this. Wait, I need a closer. Here we go. Bye-bye whip. Final attack. Alright, so let me read the... Wait, after the dialogue. Okay, the bullhorn. Right, let me read the chat first. I love the original voice acting of Symphony of the Night. It's a time-consuming series, but great. I played a lot of Hokuto and Ginga and Time Crisis 2. Back in the day, I had the guns. Oh, Time Crisis 2 is an absolute classic. I love that game so much. This cool mech beat-em-up making me want to watch right now the 90s Mecha, the King of the Braves, Gao Gairgar, G Gundam, etc. Nice. I have the Overkill game, but I wasn't... but I want to play the Hokuto 2 version on the Dreamcast. I mean, you can just use... I use D-Mule for... Dreamcast emulator, so you can use Demol, and there's another Dreamcast emulator, but I don't know the name. My apologies. The guy was Dracula in Symphony of the Night was good. I agree. Did you see my message about the tactical game? I couldn't remember the last name of that conversation. Robert Belgarde, who was Alucard, was also South South. Okay, that's interesting. South South in Dynasty Wars 2. I grew up with it, so it's so nostalgic. The cheesiness could be comedic. The Mega Man cartoon, right? I checked some, the Wasteland 3 you told me, and those that you didn't remember the title but wasn't able to find them. Right now I'm trying to beat Front Mission 1 Remake because tomorrow we'll release on Switch and Mission 2 Remake. Nice. Check out Other Side. The Darkstalkers cartoon had the running joke and Rico called your curiously attractive for a fishman. I've only seen the first episode of Mega Man original television series. It was available to watch from my cousin's PS2 copy of the Anniversary Collection. Nice. If you guys want old school Saturday morning cartoons, there's a channel called Orbital Bacon. I'll go check that out later. Thank you for the information, Stick. Oh, Guile, that color is so you. Yeah, Scott McNeil, like, the dude's a really good voice actor and an actor as well.
ほー、腕につくのか。
It's just so weird. They decided him to go high for Street Fighter cartoon. If we're talking about bad voice acting, we're not gonna mention Zelda cartoon. Excuse me, princess. The Zelda cartoon is an absolute meme on the internet anyway.
こんなんで殴られたら、怖っ。
Other Nickelodeon shows that I remember, again, Kenan and Kel, that's my favorite, even though it's not a cartoon. For cartoons, I love Rocko's Modern Life. I watched that back in the day. I was more of a Cartoon Network and Disney guy back in the day. A Cartoon Network especially. I watched more Cartoon Network. SpongeBob, yeah, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, your standard. For Nickelodeon. For Cartoon Network, the one that I grew up with the most are Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans, Samurai Jack. What else? Yeah, those shows. Then, as I get older, when I was in my university days and after graduating from university and to like getting my first job, I watched a lot of Regular Show. Sorry, Regular Show was my favorite Cartoon Network show because that show is so relatable as a young adult, even as an adult. To me, Regular Show represents the hard life of an adult and the crazy mind of an adult. Nickelodeon games. Any Nickelodeon game shows. There was this what's it called again? It was like it was this game show where they have to play in a Mayan temple-like setting. I forgot what so you got this big face statue giving instruction to these kids doing these games and going to this temple. I forgot the name of the show. I can't recall, but I remember watching that and really liking it. I just can't recall the name of the show. Maybe some of you who grew up with the 90s can remind me.
ここまでデータウェポンを集められたってことはちゃんと電動を乗りこなしてるってことね。
機銃を掴んでからどうするかを極めることが真のパイロットとしての条件よ。
敵もうまく武器として使えってことだよね。でもよ、投げんのには敵に近づかなきゃ
Wait,
なんない
Blue.
んだろ。
Okay, I remember the title of the show. I think it's called Legends of the Hidden Temple. That was my favorite show. Like game show for
そんな
Nickelodeon.
時どうすんだよ。
少し離れてても敵をつかめる技があるって知らないの？信じられない。
銀河、次の捜索に行こ
The
う
show
か。
celebrated 30 years last month.
残
Nice.
ってるのはこれだけね。
So it came out in 93. I thought that show came out like a little later in the 90s, like you're in 96 or 7.
電動発進。
Blonde Vega reminds me of how Street Fighter Vega kept going from blonde to brunette. You got armadillo robots. Armored armadillo. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Nah, I'll pass for now, Hedgehog. Thanks for the offer. Oh, what is that? Ow. The character designs for Dendoh reminds me a lot of Gun and Seep. Exactly. I feel the same way as well. I said future? Ah, okay. My bad. Blame the heart emoji near the chat. It's blocking the chat right now. At least for me, because I'm reading the chat on my phone. Nice little plasma beam here. Oh, you're driving right now. Stick. Wait, let me read that. Ah, darn it. The anniversary collection that came out on Xbox and GameCube with Mega Man, Xbox PS2 and GameCube with Mega Man 1 and 1 to 8. I still have my copy of PS2. I know, but I was asking which version did you own yourself? Okay. Ouch. This game has so many balls as enemies. You're sharp at reading? Not that. Not really. I'm actually bad at reading. I'm quite bad at focusing, to be exact. Okay. Yeah. My god, these balls, man. And you have a crane robot enemy. What?
強力な反応を確認。二人とも気をつけて。
今日は約束があるから早く帰りたいのに。
なんだよそれ。じゃあとっととやっつけちまうぜ。行くぜ。
This boss kind of reminds me of a Mega Man boss, but I can't put my finger which Mega Man boss. I think it was a Mega Man Zero boss that somehow has a similar design like this. Ringman? Maybe. Alright, let's use the new weapon. The bullhorn. Fighter Dendoh, bullhorn. Oh, you never played Zero games. I see. Oh, I can do another one. Okay, I still have batteries. Let's do the Leo Circle. Pharaoh main, but with the wily capsule gimmick of stuff guarding him. No, I'm talking about the design of this robot. Where is he? Just one more. Come on. Let me throw this thing. Darth Vader here. Bootleg Darth Vader.
それを勝手な理由で許せないよ。
Gotta use the bullhorn. Drive install. The attitudes even match the difference between Mega Man and Proto Man? Yeah, that's an interesting observation. Oh, it's a grappling attack. Yeah, this weapon is kind of clunky. Alright, let's see. Let's use the second attack.
ブルーホーンファイナルアタック
Not too shabby. Your gear machine is mine.
調子に乗るなよ電動。次こそは必ず。
ファイルセーブガトリングボア
Yeah, Gatling bore.
うわーでっかいガトリング砲電動に装着したらすごいことになるよ
Save. Hi. Hi.
いよいよ次は6つ目のデータウェポンね。2人とも本当によく頑張ってきたわね。
存在するデータウェポンは全部で7つ。現在私たちに分かってるのは次のを含めても6つ。最後の1つがどうしても見つからないの。
地球上にないとか
それは何とも言えないわね。とにかく今は分かっている6つ目のデータウェポンを手に入れるのが先ね。
まあこんだけ集まったんだ。残りのやつだってすぐに見つかるよ。心配すんなって。
分かっているうちではこれが最後のデータウェポンよ。2人とも気をつけて。
電動発進
Flying stage. Probably not the biggest fan of this kind of stage.
ここは空中での戦いになるわ。操作はいつもと違うけど簡単だから安心して。
Yeah, so the story goes that we're leaving the Earth's orbit. That's why we have to fly.
方向キーの右で前進。
And this controller is kind of not good. Yeah, I'm just spamming dynamic entries. Or rider kick. Rider kick! Well, not gonna lie, the sound effect is kind of cool. And that animation is pretty damn cool. This should have been a shoot 'em up session than a flying kick session, in my opinion. But overall, I'm okay with it. Can be a bit tedious sometimes, like this. Yeah, the controls are kinda ass in this part. Well, not that ass, but it's a little clunky. Woo. Is it boss time? Right? Fight the boss. Now this is where it gets really
強力な
tedious.
反応確認。二人とも気をつけて。
今日は約束があるから早く帰りたいのに。
なんだよそれ。じゃあとっととやっつけちまうぜ。
But that's a cool ass looking robot, not gonna lie. That thing looks like an Evangelion. Alright, use a gear machine.
ファイルロードガトリングボア。
Gatling Ball. That's super effective. Let's use it again.
ファイルロードガトリングボア。
Reminds me of Ava Unit 1. So does that mean Shinji's piloting that robot? Yeah, I'm gonna kick Shinji's ass right now. Well, that wasn't so hard. Ha! Shinji's no match for Hokuto and Ginga.
世話を焼かせないでよ。バックアップ電池マックス。二人とも気を抜かないで。
Man, this makes me want to watch Super Sentai again.
ドラゴンやーい。どこですか。出ておいで。
犬や猫じゃあるまいし。ふざけてないでさ。オーガが来ちゃうかもしんないから。
残念だったな。ドラゴンはいただいた。
ほら。
Use the Boar Gatling.
フォアドライブインストール。
Boa Drive Install. Hop, hop. Hey, random black guy, welcome. It's good that gun is not in the crotch. Yeah, it's in the boob. That would be super awkward. Oh, damn. Oh, alright. You forced me to use a final attack.
ガトリングボアファイナルアダプ
Oh, that finished him. Good.
Dendoh とオーガの力はほぼ互角のはず。
Still looks a bit tack to put in on the chest. I thought it was an arm attachment first.
電動には隠された力があるというのか。
You own clone. Now neither of you are virgins.
ファイ ドラゴンフレ
Dragon Flare.
こいつで敵を焼き尽くしてやるぜ。
Breast Gatling sounds better, by the way, Brandon, than arm Gatling. I'm just saying. It's better to fire Gatling gun from your boob than your arm.
Hokuto and Ginga はついに6つ
Alright,
の
we
データウェ
collect
ポン
all
を手に入
7
れた。
gear machines.
残るは一つ。喜びに沸き返るギア本部に恐ろしい事態が。なんてこと。あのガルファ皇帝のペットラゴー。しかもよりによってギア本部を襲ってくるなんて。
Come here all.
ベガさん、電動が発進しました。
まさかこの敵は今までとは違う。
We are going to get a combined gear machine.
二人とも早まらないで。
You'll see what it is.
アユニコーン。おいレオ、レオ。ユニコーン。
Yeah, so our Unicorn and Leo gear machines are taken.
まあよかったじゃない。あなたたちは無事で。
Can't tell if Vega is the alien of the group or Ares.
電動に乗る資格なんてなかったんだ。だから
Vega is more of the sickness, and Ares is the Alia.
なあエリス、分かってんのか？
Or
ラゴーのために
honestly,
ユニコーンと
Vega
レオが
can be
死んじまったん
Alia,
だぞ。
and Ares is more Douglas because she's the one who provide, you know, extra power for the boys.
僕たちのせいで。
戦って負けたことで自分を責めてもエリスに当たってもどうにもならないことでしょ。
If you're still here, Ladies Pack, Vega here. She's voiced by Usagi, Sailor Moon.
いいんです。二人の気持ちもわかりますから。銀河、北斗、正確にはまだユニコーンとレオは死んでないわ。ラゴンにコンピューターウイルスを植え付けられたのよ。
本当か？じゃあ生きてるのか？
ええ。でもこのウイルスを無効にするにはラゴーを倒さなければならないの。
ユニコーンたちが助かるならラゴーをやっつけに行こう。
Yep.
俺だってどこにいんだよラゴーのやつ。今度は絶対負けねえ。
月よ、きっと月にいるわ。そうね、データウェポンは友達だもの。あなたたちを止めることはできない。本当に辛い戦いが始まるわ。相当の覚悟が必要よ。
僕は行く。銀河、北斗。
月に向けての発進準備に取り掛かります。
Stage 7. Another flying stage. But this time in space. Kotono Mitsuishi, yes.
とうとう来たんだ。
思ったよか何にもねえんだな。
何言ってんの？わざわざついてきてあげてんだからしっかりしてよね。
うん。
たく、なんでこいつがついてくんだよ。
Yeah, Usagi's voice actress is in the game as Vega, the chick with the mask. I mean, does she take a role? Yeah, our commander, Vega. I know she was Arlene Puyo Puyo. Now that's a name I haven't heard for a while, Puyo Puyo. Space kicker. Nice one. Dynamic entry. Yeah, this is what I said. I think Natsume should have made this a shooter instead of a kicker. She was my Shiranui in the Fatal Fury OVA. Nice. Tekka Man Blade also tried this. At least the section looks fun. Oh, Tekka Man game is just not a good game, honestly.
ありがとう。
さあ行くぜ。待ってろよレオユニコーン。
This boss design looks cool as well. And let's use the dragon.
ファイルロードドラゴンフレア。
Dragon Freya. Ah, I missed. Let's use the boar instead.
ファイルロードガトリングボア。
This is a lot more effective. See? Should have used that from the start instead of the dragon. Ow! That did a lot of damage. One more kick! Oh, just a bit more. Come on. Ah, there you go.
やったか。
Blade does have one projectile, but it's a big finishing beam instead of a pew pew pallet. Blade had one job, didn't even do that. It's Unicorn and Leo combining together. And he becomes Metal Garurumon from Digimon Adventure 1. Gattai? Yes. Combined. Alright, one final duel against Ogre. Before we enter the Galfa Empire base.
Dendoh このアルテや今度こそ貴様らを葬り去る。
あんた人間じゃねえか。なんで機械なんかの味方に。
問答無用。
Yeah, our new weapon, Kiba.
Kiba Drive install.
Which means Fang in Japanese. It's an arrow. Oh, that's a cool final attack, not gonna lie. It looks like the big brother trying to protect the cool toy from the little brother. Yeah, it turns out he was brainwashed. I forgot the guy's name, but he's Vega's older brother. Tatsunoko really did really didn't get to shine the gaming world until Natsume vs. Capcom on the Wii. My first exposure to most of these characters.
電動のパイロットよ。私は取り返しのつかない過ちを犯してしまった。この仮面が割れた以上、私の命もあとわずか。せめてもの罪滅ぼしだ。ガルファ皇帝を倒すため。
オーガのパイロットはガルファに洗脳されていたんだ。
Tatsunoko made Speed Racer?
記憶は
Yeah.
戻ったんだけど、同時に死んでしまうようにプログラムされていたんだよ。
あとは任せたぞ。
I leave everything. I leave the rest to you.
おい、死んじまったのか？
Wait, is he
こん
dead?
なのってないよ。
It got popular again in the 90s because of them re-airing it. Imagine Speed Racer in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Right, 2 more stages to go. Number 1 Super is crashing a car. Now we got
準備はいい？
Ogre as an ally.
銀河はいつも通り電動で正面突破。北斗はオーガで電動の援護を。
了解。もう後戻りはできないんだ。
北斗、オーガで援護頼むぜ。
Yeah, so Hokuto is piloting Dendoh and Ogre. Sorry, and Ginga is piloting Ogre. This is again one of my favorite music in the game. The Galfa Empire base. Iwatsuki Hiroyuki is such an underrated music composer for video games. They also made Samurai Pizza Cats, Kyato Ninden Teyande. The only reason why Samurai Pizza Cats came out the way it did is because the people who dub it only got scripts in Japanese, so they had to ad lib and make up a lot of stuff on the fly because no one reads Japanese. Damn it, it was Ghost Stories of that era. That's a good show. I watched Ghost Stories, or back in the day, the Indonesian dub called it Ghosts at School. It's actually pretty the story, when you take it seriously, I'm not talking about the the English dub of that show. It's actually pretty dark. Like, the English dub just made it as a joke. The official English dub of Ghost Stories make the anime as if it was done as an abridged dub.
前方に巨大な反応。二人とも何か来るわよ。
ここから先へは行かせないだわ。
What is that thing?
犬も歩けば棒に当たるだわ。
There are 4 bosses to fight. Oh, damn. Come here. Let's use the dragon this time. Don't fail me. Good. Just a bit more. Another boss fight.
また大きな反応よ。気をつけて。
これ以上邪魔はさせないじゃん。お前たちもここで終わりじゃん。
Let's use Let's use the bull. Alright, this one is probably the better looking one. Wait, is that Inada Tetsu's voice? Is that Lu Bu's voice? Either way, you're going down. Oh, another bull. Sorry, I want to do the boar, not the bull. Ah. No worries. I'll finish him. I feel a big opponent is coming.
ついちゃったみたいだね。ここまで来て、キャー私怖いはなしだぜ。
そういうあんたもビビって腰抜かさないようにね。
何を？ほら二人ともいい加減にしてよ。
バカな人間の分際でよくもここまでたどり着いたものだ。だがこの失態、陛下に知られるわけにはいかん。伝道王がともども消し去ってくれるわ。
This music sounds very Castlevania. It's time to use the Kiba. That didn't affect him? What?
Dendoh, system down. Right, looks like I
can't use my gear machines. I have to rely on my fist. Man, this boss is cheap. Just a bit more. Ah, there you go. X6 vibes with the enemy in the background, yeah. Right, I beat him. Almost. There's one more stage to go.
まだよ。ガルファ皇帝を倒さない限り、また次の螺旋状が送られてくるだけ。このまま一気にガルファ本線に進みましょう。
エリス、そうだよね。立ち止まってはいけないんだ。僕たちの地球を守るため。
そう、私たちの。
Might I ask offside, what is your favorite RPG? Kingdom Hearts. I don't play a lot of RPG, honestly. But if there's one RPG that I played a lot back in the day, it was Kingdom Hearts.
やっぱ機械帝国だけあるよな。機械ばっか。
My favorite Kingdom Hearts in the series is Kingdom Hearts 2.
勝ってみんなで一緒に地球に帰ろう。
何言ってんの？当たり前でしょ。
Right, final stage. Immediately, the main one I played is Grandia 2. Nice. I wasn't too invested in turn-based RPG back in the day. When it comes to video games, I prefer to be in the action, if that makes sense, like direct action. You have a friend who enjoys the Kingdom Hearts series? Nice. I agree. I respect the likes of Final Fantasy and what it is, but never was into playing them. Yeah, same goes with me. Like, I get the appeal for those games. It's just that they're not my cup of coffee. Right, final stage or final boss. Sorry. Yeah, the Galfa Emperor is an AI. And of course, who else but Shohayami to give a big villain an amazing voice. Yeah, the Galva Emperor, this big AI thing, he's voiced by Hayami Sho, the voice of Aizen from Bleach, because of course it's him. Like, no one can play an anime villain better than him, or voice an anime villain better than Hayami Sho. Yeah, Zero. That's the final boss, the one that we're going to fight. This Zerk-looking robot. And it's not the only time Hayami Sho played an evil AI. The other time I remember him playing villainous AI is in Kamen Rider 01 as Arc Zero. Gonna be a tough fight. And he's cheap as fuck. Let's use the Kiba gear. Cheapest teleporting gaming history. Yeah. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Just one more attack. Come here, you little shit. There you go. Oh wait, so was it the other way around? Hokuto is piloting Ginga and Dendoh is piloting... Wait. So wait, Hokuto is piloting Ginga, Hokuto is piloting Ogre, and then Ginga was piloting Dendo. Back to sleeping for 100 years in the X Series Zero. Yeah, we destroyed AI Aizen with the power of friendship and machines.
Oh, とっとと帰ろうぜ。ほら、北斗。
Okay, so there you go. That's the ending for Gear Fighter Dendoh. It's a rather short game, but it is a beat 'em up game. It takes 2 hours to beat this game. Like I said, I think it's 2 hours right now. Well, 2.5 hours more or less, 2 to 2.5 hours. So yeah, I don't know what I want to say right now. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've been in the mood of playing a lot of PS1 games lately. Such a cool mecha beat 'em up, yeah, and it's an anime-based games. I don't like this idea of the internet calling out a lot of anime games being bad, or like, oh yeah, anime games are never good, or anime games are mediocre because the internet says so. No, like, or mainly because, oh yeah, most anime games are arena fighter. No, not a lot of anime, like not all anime games are arena fighters. Like most of the mainstream one, yes, most of the mainstream anime games are arena fighters, but there are a lot of really good anime games that's unfortunately was never released in the West. They mainly stay as a Japanese exclusive, like the one we're playing right now. This is an anime-based game. When I say anime games, I meant anime-based games. So games based on a anime series, not anime-styled games like Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue, because or Sengoku Basara. They're not games based on an anime series or IP.
Hokuto, Ginga-kun, 無事に帰ってきたのね。
ただいま。ただいま。
おかえり二人とも。よくやったわね。本当に無事でよかった。ん？どうしたの北斗？
ガルファ製の表面は緑でいっぱいだったんだ。動物もたくさんいたし、なんだか意外な気がして。
そう。あの星でも自然は大切にしていたの。だから管理コンピューターガルファに全てを任せ。でもガルファはいつしか自分が一番偉いと思って暴走してしまったの。
そうだったのか。
やっぱり何でも機械に頼ってはいけないわね。自分たちでやらなければならないことは自分たちの手で。
そうだね。僕たちも守っていかなくちゃ。緑の地球を僕たちの手で。
おい、北斗、腹減ったから飯食いに行くぞ。
So once again, the day is saved thanks to Hokuto and Ginga riding Gear Fighter Dendoh. Hello, Brainer, you just missed the stream. We just finishing up. So yeah, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fun game. I highly recommend people to play this game if you're a fan of classic 2D arcade beat 'em up. So it's Gear Fighter Dendoh for the PlayStation 1. It has a 38 episode anime. It's actually free on YouTube. If you want to watch the anime, it's on YouTube, by the way. All 38 episodes of them. Have fun to watch, Profar. I'll catch you in Sega's on Sega's stream later if you're on. Sega's streaming later. Okay. Let's see if I can catch up if I'm not asleep by then. Yeah, so since you're here, Brainer, before I end the stream, about this game, when we fight the final boss, and the fight, like the big villain of this game and anime is an AI voiced by Hayami Sho. You know, like Hayami Sho is always a good pick for a big bad villain. I'm just saying. So yeah, little update as you guys can, as you guys realized, or as you guys have seen the community post I did. I'm still working on a video, the top 20 beat 'em up game video. It's halfway finished, and that is already 24 minutes long. I might overwork myself for this for this video, but it's something I'm really passionate in doing. So future updates, as far as streaming goes, I don't really have a strict schedule for streaming, but the theme right now after Sengoku Basar 3 is classic PS1, PS2 games, especially a lot of Japanese exclusive games, like the one that you are seeing right now. Hayami Sho is the GOAT. Absolutely. He's the king of anime villain voice. Either him or Wakamoto Norio. Both men do anime villain roles really good, really well. So yeah, in terms of streaming, I do want to play a lot more classic PS1 games and PS2 games, mostly PS1, because a lot of games I want to showcase on this channel or play on this channel are games that not a lot of people know about because they're mainly Japanese exclusives. A lot of Japanese exclusives that I played back in the day when I was a kid, but it seems like I joined super late. So I'll catch you on next stream much earlier. Yeah, I mean, you can still watch the stream once I'm done with it, as a video on demand. Yeah, I'm working on that top 20 2D beat 'em up game. I'm taking it slow but seriously with that video. It's like a lot of editing. A lot of editing is put on that video. Well, I do collect footage from YouTube, but of course cite them. Most of the gameplay that I put in that video are not my gameplay. I look for gameplay on YouTube, but cite them because making these kind of videos take so long, take quite the effort that sometimes I cannot record my own footage, that I have to take certain footages from YouTube. But of course, cite them because that's how it's supposed to be. So yeah, look forward to that. I'm actually pretty excited to finishing that video. It's halfway there. It's a long list. Well, it's top 20. There's a lot of top 20s on YouTube anyway, but I plan to make one myself because that's an anniversary video. So yeah, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel. If you like this stream, give me a thumbs up. If you want to hang out with me, the boys and the girls, Discord server is open. Link to the Discord server is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed, I enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.